What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. Welcome back to the channel. I want to go over some free agents that I wouldn't mind having. We'll go each team here. Now it's Cardinals. Jonah Williams. Will Hernandez. Depending on how much they're going to cost. I wouldn't mind trying to see if we could use them at offensive line, especially Jonah Williams. The Falcons. Maybe I'd take a look at Caden Ellis. Arnold Ebiketie as edge rusher. Troy Anderson at linebacker. I would take a look at him. Tyler Algier at running back, maybe. Malik Heath at receiver, but he's restricted. So, let's see what other. Baltimore Ravens. Alohi Gilman at safety, maybe. Tyler Lindenbaum, I don't think we'll be able to afford him, but I would. That's who I wanted to draft a couple years ago. Tylan Wallace at receiver, maybe. David Ojabo out of Michigan. Hadn't done much, but maybe give him a shot. Jake Hummel at linebacker. You got Charlie Kohler at tight end. I wouldn't be opposed to him or Isaiah Likely, but I think that's going to be too expensive to both of them. We'll see. Buffalo Bills, Joey Bosa would be an option whether we want a 3-4 or 4-3. Connor McGovern, would you bring him back at guard? Matt Milano. AJ Epineza at edge. David Edwards has played tackle and guard. The Panthers. Cade Mays, maybe. Would you bring Rico Dowdle back? I mean, after what he did to you this last season. Hunter Renfrow in the slot, maybe. There's a lot of restricted and all that, so. Chicago Bears. Joe Tryon, would you be willing to take a look at him? Jaquan Brisker. Travis Homer. Nashawn Wright. DeMarco Jackson. Braxton Jones, young tackle. Dominique Robinson, edge rusher. Elijah Hicks at corner. I don't know how expensive these guys will be. Bengals, Trey Hendrickson, obviously. Goes without saying, but that's going to be probably going to get into a bidding war. Joseph Asai, could you get him cheaper? Younger guy. Geno Stone. Noah Fant, Cordell Volson. I'm talking about backup guards here. Lucas Patrick, Marco Wilson, Cam Taylor Britt. Would you be able to get him decent? Dalton Reisner, Cam Sample at the edge rusher. Tycene Anderson. There's some options going to be there. The Browns. Devin Bush, maybe. Jerome Ford. Cameron Thomas, edge rusher, for depth. A lot of restricted on there as well. Cowboys, Kenneth Murray, obviously I'm not keeping him. Donovan Wilson. Dante Fowler for cheap. Robert Jones for cheap I'd keep. Jadeveon Clowney I'd love to keep. Javonte Williams, Peyton Turner, bring him back on a cheap deal. Pickens, I don't know if we'll be able to keep. Sam Williams is gone. Sam Bourne I might keep. Sanders is gone. Jalen Tolbert if we can keep cheap. Brock Hoffman if we can keep cheap enough. A lot of restricted ones as well, so. Denver Broncos. Adam Trautman, Justin Strnad, Dobbins, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Some guys there maybe take a look at. Alex Anzalone for Detroit Lions. Would you take a look at him? Roy Lopez, Marcus Davenport, Grant Stewart, Josh Pascal, Daniel Thomas, Alquaid Muhammad. We had him last year and let him walk. Zach Cunningham, Malcolm Rodriguez. There's just some options there. The Packers, Quay Walker, John Fitzpatrick, tight end, Malik Willis, quarterback, Sean Rain, Nick Neiman, linebacker, Zane Anderson, Romeo Dobbs, if you miss out on Pickens, Kingsley Enagbare at edge, Rasheed Walker at tackle. There's some options there. Steal something from them again. Since we screwed them in the trade pretty much. Houston Texans. Darrell Taylor at edge rusher, former Seahawk and Chief. Not seeing a bunch here. I'd be take away Ed Ingram at backup guard maybe. Christian Harris at linebacker. Damone Clark, would you bring him back? He's a free agent. The Colts, Braden Smith at tackle. Kwity Paye. Alex Pierce at wide receiver. Nick Cross at safety. Jacob Phillips at linebacker. Rodney Thomas at safety. Those are your unrestricted free agents. That's what I'm trying to get over here right now. Jaguars, De'Ami Brown, Emmanuel Ugba, Devin Lloyd, Travis Etienne, Andrew Wingard, Greg Newsome available again. Dennis Gardick, linebacker. DJ Dallas at running back. Kansas City Chiefs. Marquise Hollywood Brown. Jack Cochran, linebacker. Brian Cook at safety. Juju Smith-Schuster. Leo Chanel. Wouldn't mind bringing him in for a look. Tyquan Thornton at receiver. Jalen Watson at corner. Isaiah Pacheco at running back. The Raiders. Malcolm Koonce, edge rusher. Kenny Pickett at quarterback. Eric Stokes at corner. Maybe look at them. Lonnie Johnson, safety. Devin White, linebacker. Zamir White, running back. All worth a look anyway. Chargers, Khalil Mack, Trey Pipkins, Najee Harris, Tierra Tart, maybe. Zion Johnson at guard. Trevor Penning, played tackle and guard. Odafia Owa at edge. Denzel Perriman. Austin DeCullis at tackle, maybe. As a backup. Jamare Sawyer at guard. Dean Leonard at corner. Just looking at depth here, and depends on the price. The Rams, Rob Havenstein, Cameron Curl, Roger McCreary will be free agent. Troy Reader, linebacker. Miami Dolphins, Zach Wilson will be available if you want him as a backup. Ashton Davis, a safety. Liam Eichenberg. KJ Britt, linebacker. Daniel Brumskill was tackle in San Francisco and a guard. Cole Strange. Minnesota Vikings. Rondale Moore at receiver. Justin Skull at tackle. Carson Wentz, you wanted to bring him in as a backup. Jalen Nailor at receiver. And the rest are restricted-ish. Patriots. Flavion Chasen, edge rusher. Jack Gibbons at linebacker. Darian Lowe at tackle. Probably going to be expensive, so. The Saints. Justin Blackman at safety, maybe. Chris Rumpf at the edge. John Ridgeway, we could bring him back. Isaiah Stalbard. John Wright. Giants. Evan Neal. Wan'Dale Robinson. Victor Dimukeje. Cordell Flott, corner. Daniel Bellinger, if we could get him, that'd be awesome. Dane Belton. Sarah Barnes. Michael McFadden would be one of my go-to guys. Him and Flott played pretty well. Nick Jones. Art Green. Ryan Miller at receiver. Some of them restricted, so we'd have to see what we could do there. The Jets, Andre Cisco, Quincy Williams, Elijah Vera Tucker, Tony Adams, Breece Hall, going to be too expensive, Chris Boyd, Max Mitchell, be interesting. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. We'll do the rest of the teams and all. And maybe some trades and all that in there. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, notifications. Once we get 100, do a free giveaway. Love y'all. Catch you on the next video. Peace.